Thank you for visiting Past the Wire TV, the YouTube channel of PastTheWire.com.
Dan Oman here with some exciting news. DRF Formulator, the gold standard in past performance information, is now free, exclusively on DRF Bets. Join DRF Bets with the promo code WINNING, get a $250 first deposit match bonus, a $10 free bet, and free Formulator already uploaded to your account. Access Formulator's premium features, including sortable trainer stats, race replays, personalized trip notes, and lots more. Free Formulator, exclusively on DRF Bets.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Privileged to have Hall of Fame rider Mike Smith on the verge of riding in yet another Kentucky Derby. Congratulations, Mike. I know even at this stage of the game, exciting as can be.
Yeah, well, it certainly is. At any stage in your life, it's exciting to get the opportunity to compete in the Derby or any of the Triple Crown races.
You know, John Court the other day won the Oaklawn Handicap. He's no kid. He's been around a while. You've been around a while. I mean, you guys are competing with these young guys at the highest level and showing that age is just a number, man.
Well, you know, I think one thing me and John have a lot in common is physical fitness. You know, he's always been a really fit guy and really taking care of his body. Throughout the years, I've been blessed to have ridden with John just about my whole career, and you know, getting the opportunity to watch, you know, him take care of himself. And like, you know, I think we all learned off Lafitte Pinkai, when you can take care of your body and you're fortunate enough not to have any, you know, serious injuries. Well, man, you can go a long time in this game.
No question. No question about it. Taiba, you know, we live in an era of, you got all these, I don't know, what do you call them? Couch jockeys, couch quarterbacks, armchair quarterbacks. And I kind of felt guilty to that before the Santa Anita Derby, and I'll tell you why. I looked at the race, and of course I saw Taiba's debut, and I was intrigued immediately. I said, wow, this horse looks like he could have won the Breeders' Cup Sprint if they ran it today. So my thought was, probably going to go right for the lead out of that sprint and play come catch me. And then when I saw him laying third, I said, oh, that's probably not his best shot. Obviously he wins. And then I listened to your interview afterwards, and I'm like, see, that's why I'm a quarterback rider, and I don't know what I'm talking about. And Mike knew kind of what to do. in the Derby, if lightly raced as he is, if he breaks running and you wind up on the lead, I know, I've seen you ride the Derby before enough times to know if you wind up there, you'll go. And I don't want to ask you about your strategy and anything like that, but if he winds up on the lead, that's not a negative to you, is it?
No, not at all. Matter of fact, he's actually even quicker than I was expecting. He's got a high cruising speed if need be. If he'd had another race or so under his belt in the Santa Anita Derby, I probably would have laid second. Probably wouldn't have gone for the lead that day just because the horse Mandela's is really, really fast, and it would have been hard to get in front of him. I would have had to use him, way too much to even try to do that. And what I loved about him is he's a very intelligent horse. He came right back to me as soon as I put my hands down and relaxed real good, and I let Messier go on and kind of do the dirty work a little bit, as far as pushing the horse on the lead. And then I was able just to make one run at him, which really worked out. And what I loved about his race most of all was at the very end. He seemed to be running the best part of his race was leaving the gate and finishing the race. So when you can leave the gate like he does, and then you finish the race like he did, that's a powerful weapon.
Yeah, for sure. When you're running a race like the Derby and you got a big field like that, okay, a lot of people are talking about, since they changed the point system, you kind of got to be 1-2, turn it for home in order to win the race. I personally don't necessarily believe that. Now, you've won 2 Derbies. You've won one close to the pace with Justified, and you won one on Giacomo coming from off the pace. And that one was before they changed it to the point system, when it was an earning system. Do you think that with the new point system, it favors speed, or it's just kind of played out that way?
No, I don't think the point system really has, a lot to do with it. Other than the point system has taken a lot of sprinters out of the Derby, which you would have in the past before the point system. Horses that had racked up enough money to get in, a lot of them were just, sprinters. And so you would have an extremely fast first quarter. When that was the case, things are a little more moderate now. I mean, you'll still have a pretty fast quarter, but if you're a good horse and you come from out of it, buddy, there ain't nobody going to hold them back, man. They'll come from wherever. The point system ain't gonna hold them back.
So that
they got a strong enough gate to get on by, they'll get on by.
So that 1-2 thing, Turner for home, from your perspective, is just...
No, we've always thought that all along anyway. I think everyone would kind of think that just because they've never gone that far.
Right.
So if you're 1, 2, 3, heading for home, I mean, you have an advantage because you're already there. And then they have to kick and finish to get you. And, look, is anybody really 100% fit to get the mile and a quarter first time? I don't think so. So it does play to your advantage, but it could also, if they go quick enough early, it could also bite you in the butt, because then you could, you get a horse like Giacomo, or you get a horse like Orb, who came running from way back, or several others that we could still talk about. Monarchos. There's a lot of them that came from way back that if they go too quick too early, they'll pay the price.
Right. What about the draw? Everybody makes a big deal about the draw. Where are you hoping to be? And I don't mean a specific number, but you hoping to draw more outside, more inside, middle, and not matter because he's got that kind of speed?
He's got that kind of speed. So, if what you really hope for, look, is just to get away good and clean, man. Get away good and clean and let my horse get into his natural cruising speed. And that's what you're really looking for. But strategy-wise, you also want to know where the speed's going to be. Is it going to be to your inside, to your outside? But after it's drawn, you have an idea, and then you play it off the break, because a lot happens leaving there. I mean, if you can get away good and clean, well, that's a big plus right away, because although you got a mile and a quarter, man, there's 20 horses in there, so it's good to get away good and clean so that you can put yourself in a good position.
Now, you're in a very unique position. I don't know if you've even thought about this, okay? That whole Apollo thing, okay? You were the guy that took that down, okay? There's no more Apollo thing, right? We did it with Justified. It's gone.
Just I
Right.
took it.
Right. Yeah. Well, you were on his back. Okay. And I got you on the wall back up there on Zedan, and I got dirt from Justify's Derby win on the wall over there too. And if you win on Taiba, and we talk about what we're about to talk about, I'm gonna get some Taiba dirt and put on that wall too. If Taiba wins,
I'd be more than happy to get you some Taiba dirt to put on that wall, buddy. Believe me, I'll bring your whole bag home.
All right, I'll hold you to that. Now, I think we got to go back to the 1800s. Jay Privman from the Racing Forum wrote an article about it the other day. Got to go back to the 1800s for a horse with 2 starts to win the Kentucky Derby. So if you get this horse home, or he gets you home, depending on how we want to look at it, you will have not only killed the Apollo thing, you will have killed this other thing that no horse since the 1800s. I mean, you're already a Hall of Famer, unbelievable resume. Those would be 2 asterisks that can never, ever in the history of the game be repeated. That's a unique position to be in. Did you even think about that stuff, or you just go out there, pro, consummate professional, Mike, and do your thing?
You certainly read about it. I mean, I read all the news and what's going on in our sport, of course. So you certainly read about it, and it's always cool when you're able to do something, you know, that no horse has done in a long time or ever done. I mean, it's always a little bit sweeter, but honestly, you don't really pay much attention to it afterwards.
Right. Okay. Listen, thank you for coming on. You're always so gracious. I just wanted to ask you those couple of questions, and wish you the very, very best on the first Saturday in May. I'm always rooting for you. You're always good to me, and everybody in the game. You're a gentleman, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. The last thing I'll say is this, where we could just touch base on this year. Not only your horse, you've got a lot of very lightly raced, seemingly true contenders with 3, 4, 5 starts. I guess it's kind of a trend in the industry, but it's a very unique Derby for that reason. You got a lot of lightly raced contenders. Any thoughts on that? I mean, yours is the most lightly raced.
Really, I mean, it's a competitive Derby. I mean, you got some lightly raced horses that man, you can see. I mean, look at the horse that finished, so to say, look, the horse that finished second in the Florida Derby of top. Right. I'm drawing a blank on his name.
Charge it. I think it is. Yeah.
Charge it. Yeah. I mean, here's a lightly raced horse and ran, pretty green through the lane. That looked real good. I mean, horses like that could they're gonna get better their next start. And man, it's a wide open Derby. Each horse that won all the major preps all look good.
Right.
The ones that finished second and third look like horses that could certainly improve.
Taiba would have had to get a lot.
Dave Messier could jump up and run a monster race at any point. We've seen him do that before.
Right.
So I mean, it's a very competitive Derby.
Taiba would have had to get a lot out of the Santa Anita Derby to make up for just those 2 starts. Did he feel to you like that was a race he got what he needed out of? I know Tim said he was only going to work him once.
Imagine if he does move up off that race. Wow. I mean, I'll take him as good as he was that day, to be honest with you. But then if he moves up on top of it, man, that's really good.
I agree. All right, Mike, I won't hold you, man. I know you're busy. Thank you so much for coming on. Always appreciate your time on Past the Wire. Best of luck on the first Saturday in May and every day you're out there doing it.
Well, thanks for having me on, man. Always a pleasure to be on. Thank you.
All right, man. Grab that dirt for me after you get home first. All right, brother.
I'm praying to.
All right, man. Ciao.
All right. Bye.
Thank you.
Nobody does it better.